Good morning. Thank you. I'm Pat Dugan. I am the chair of the Pennsylvania State Board of Accountancy. On behalf of the Pennsylvania State Board, it's my great pleasure to welcome all of you to Philadelphia and to this Eastern Regional meeting. Since I practice as a partner in a regional CPA firm headquartered here in Center City, Philadelphia, this really is a home game for me. So it's a privilege for me to be here, and certainly happy to answer any questions that you have about the city and getting around those kinds of things. In recent years, Pennsylvania board members have not had a significant involvement in NASBA activities, and increased participation has been the subject of recent discussions among our board members. So I am excited to be able to participate in these meetings over the next couple of days, and I believe this is a great opportunity for me and a couple of my fellow board members to meet many of you and to share and learn from you. As the fifth largest city in the United States, Philadelphia is a city rich in history and tradition, and has so much to offer to the residents of the Philadelphia area, as well as visitors like yourselves. As a resident of the Philadelphia area, I think I sometimes take for granted all this region has to offer. As I was preparing my comments for this morning, I was reminded of the great opportunities and attractions that make the Philadelphia area a great place to work, live, play, and visit. As you may know, Philadelphia is uniquely situated within short distances of New York City, Washington, D.C., the New Jersey beaches, and the Pocono Mountains, which by itself provides for ease of doing business or just slipping away for a relaxing weekend. The city obviously is rich in its historical attractions, such as the Liberty Bell, Independence Mall, the National Constitution Center, all of which are just a few short blocks away if you like to take a walk. Certainly if it's nice weather, it's really 5 or 6 blocks to the west of here. In addition, there are many attractions in the arts and cultural arena, including the Philadelphia Museum of Art, the Barnes Foundation, the Philadelphia Zoo, the Franklin Institute Science Museum, and the Adventure Aquarium, which is really just directly across the river as you look across the river to Camden, New Jersey. And from an entertainment perspective, the city offers world-class venues for music and performing arts, such as the Academy of Music, the Kimmel Center for the Performing Arts, the Mann Music Center, and several theaters that wish to see plays and musicals. 4 major league sports teams, which Philadelphia fans are extremely passionate about. I'm sure you may have heard and is well documented from time to time in the national media, some of which is true, some of which may not be true. We also have a casino just down the street, and as well we have many fabulous restaurants throughout the city, which are growing in number each year. And for the shoppers in the room, you can find the largest shopping mall on the East Coast, just 30 minutes from here in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. They'd be happy to see you visit there as well. So I hope you have an opportunity during your stay here in Philadelphia to sample some of the sights and sounds of this great city, in addition to maybe sampling some of our famous soft pretzels and Philadelphia cheesesteaks. The economy of the Philadelphia region is driven by financial and professional services firms and other office-oriented employers, as well as the hospitality, education, and medical industries. We're very fortunate in this area to have access to more than 25 colleges and universities in the immediate area and numerous world-class hospitals and medical centers. In addition, Center City, Philadelphia is home to a 1 million square foot Pennsylvania Convention Center, which houses the largest ballroom on the East Coast. There's hope that the new additions to the Convention Center will be a source of growth for our hospitality and tourism industries in the years to come. Now to give you a little bit of background on our Pennsylvania board and some of the recent things we've been working on. The Pennsylvania Board oversees more than 23,000 licensed CPAs and approximately 1,400 licensed firms. The Accountancy Board is one of approximately 30 business and medical boards in Pennsylvania and is operated under the umbrella of the Bureau of Professional and Occupational Affairs of the Department of State. The board is designed to consist of 15 members, 9 of which are CPAs and 3 of which are public members. All board members are appointed by the Governor of Pennsylvania. Our board does not have an executive director position, rather it employs a board administrator and a complement of support staff, which the board relies heavily on, in addition to our board legal counsel. We're a very dedicated and conscientious group of board members. We meet 9 times a year, and much of our time is spent on disciplinary matters during those meetings. Pennsylvania has been a substantially equivalent state since September 2008, which is the last time we had a change to our CPA law. Since that time, one of our initiatives has been to make changes to the regulations which we use to administer the law so that the regulations better match with the law. The updated regulations are primarily focused on the areas of continuing professional education and civil penalties. The focus of the change in civil penalties is to provide for a fixed schedule of fines for minor first-time offenses, primarily CPE and short-term unlicensed practice offenses, which we hope will streamline our disciplinary processes and procedures as well as move cases along a little more quickly. Another pending change in Pennsylvania relates to the test experience requirement. Pennsylvania is currently one of only a handful of states that requires a test experience as part of the overall experience for certification. So in the spirit of true substantial equivalency and more conformity with the Uniform Accountancy Act, legislation has recently been introduced which would change the CPA law to eliminate a test experience from the overall experience requirement. And this proposed change to the CPA law was put forth by our state society, the Pennsylvania Institute of CPAs. Legislation seems to have a lot of political support and momentum, and we expect that it will be passed either later this year or into the early part of 2013. Last, in an effort to move cases more quickly through our disciplinary process, we have recently set up a process that allows the board to delegate less complex cases to a hearing examiner who hears the case, then makes a recommendation for adjudication in the matter. This process saves the board the time of the formal hearing, but allows the board to review the entire record and consider the hearing examiner's conclusion, but gives the board final authority on the adjudication. While it's too soon to tell, we are hopeful this process will allow the board again to move cases more quickly through completion and through our pipeline. We're always considering ways to be more efficient and effective in serving the licensees and the consumers of Pennsylvania. Once again, welcome to Philadelphia. I hope you enjoy your stay. I look forward to meeting as many of you as possible and using this as a springboard for Pennsylvania to increase our participation in NASBA activities. Thank you.